especially around the age 20 or the early adulthood, we always want some kind of companionship, and we seek that in relationships and marriage. So it is not surprising that when we talk about relationship, when we talk about marriage, especially on our campuses when there's a summit on marriage, everybody wants to be there. We all want to hear what relationship and marriage is all about. We all have expectations. One lady told me that she knew that immediately she was just waiting for things to move on, so that immediately she gets to the university, she would grab. She had decided to hold on, in essence, but she had determined that immediately she enters the university, she would grab, because she needed a companion, at least somebody to walk her home when she finished evening prayer. Mercy. So every one of us is excited when it comes to these things. But it is a very dangerous thing for a human being or for anybody to quickly run into relationship or to rush into relationship and marriage. From the account we just read in Genesis, sometimes we may think that marriage is an afterthought after creation, or the creation of a woman happened as an afterthought. When God had finished creating everything, and later on he looked at man and he saw that there was nobody comparable to man, then God decided to create a woman and to institute the relationship or the institution of marriage. But I want to tell you this morning that marriage is not an afterthought. Right from the beginning of creation, God knew the importance of relationship for man. Hallelujah. Because even the Godhead relates in such cordial relationship. We have God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit in a very cordial relationship. Hallelujah. So even in heaven there is relationship going on. So God knew we needed relationship. God knew we needed marriage. Marriage is not afterthought. The creation of a woman is not an afterthought. Hallelujah. It was something God planned right from the beginning. But everything God does and the sequence of events is to teach us very important lessons in life. And so when we look at the sequence of creation or the things God did, we would know that there are certain things that are so important or that need to come before you can think about marriage or relationship. Hallelujah. Man needs to think about certain things. And so when you read the account of the creation of man, the first thing God did when he created man, when he used us to form Adam, was to connect with a man there. Hallelujah. The breath of life that God breathed into man was the first point of connection God had with man. My dear brothers and sisters, without any connection with God, don't ever think you can have anything good in life or anything that is everlasting or eternally enjoyable in life. Sometimes you look at unbelievers, somebody may say that, hey, but I've seen unbelievers marry and they're able to do it and they are happy. But when you delve so much into it, you realize that the principles they are using are not the principles of the Bible. And so they may not be so happy as you see it on the outside. For unbelievers, what they do is that a tooth for a tooth. Hallelujah. An eye for an eye. So when you do me, I also do you. And so those who have the heart to do that, when you do that, one draw, today it's a baby. But you and I know that we cannot handle these things. Hallelujah. And so the principles that we are using for our marriage is the principles of God. And so if we want to abide by the Christian principles of marriage and enjoy what God has made it to be, then the first thing you need is your connectivity with God.